Hey guys, this is Julie. It is Wednesday, November 30th, and here we go. Sorry about that. I had to get the sound working. It's Wednesday, November 30th, and I'm going to take a look at the crude market, what just happened today with the OPEC announcement that they are going to get the parties, members of OPEC, most of them, to agree to production cuts. This will allow OPEC to go into backwardation and control the cost of carry of supply, making it more expensive to carry and forcing the futures prices to go higher. So what we will do is take a look at the chart. You can see that it was a lot of up and down when the RTH session opened. Really everything after 6:30 in the morning, from 7 in the morning until 10:30 in the morning, it was just really an up and down trading. The Globex session got all the juice overnight. This is why it pays to trade the Globex. And then what happens though is you get the RTH session and you give back a lot of those gains. So I feel like I'm lucky that I walked away with the money that I did today. I did get caught up in some of this myself, and I'll show you what that looks like on the chart, on the smaller chart. Here's the 5-minute, and here's what I'm talking about. When you get a trend condition and you have your momentum nice and big, and your trend is matching your volatility level. Here's your volatility level, and the green bands on the chart are the trend condition. It really helps with trading. It helps you know when to obviously wait for a pullback and get back in the market, but also that you have a trend condition, something to get back in the market for. And this was all pre-market during the early Globex session. And then what happened right at 6:30, that trend condition ended, and it never came back this entire time of the RTH session. So there was no more trend condition. You had a range right here where price just oscillated between this range of the two volatility bands. Let me get some of the VWAP and stuff off the chart so you can see this. Okay, that should help. Okay, that's much better. This was a range, and you can tell that it was not a trend condition anymore like the prior trend conditions. We went into a flat range, and then the volatility shifted. Look at this. And we're still in the session, but you can't rally in a flat down volatility, and that's what happened on the crude market. So every time it would go up to make a new high, it would come back down to test the bottom of the range. It would go up, and now it's probably going to come back down. But right here, you notice that we had no momentum in the market, flat to non-existent. And unfortunately, this was in the middle of our RTH session. RTH session started here, at 8 o'clock, and it was just a nightmare because we didn't have this nice, beautiful trend condition that the Globex market enjoyed. So flat to non-existent momentum. Now the momentum is back, but we're still fighting that down volatility. You need to have everything, the wind behind your back, everything together to make a very pleasant trading experience for profitability. So this is what you want to look for in the markets, and be aware that when your conditions are not favorable, even though you have the higher time frame in your favor, will often make for a very spiky trading session. And here's a 30-cent range to show you what I'm talking about. Here was the trend condition, and you can see a nice trend up. Here's my direction guide system. If you want to look for just the long directions, here they are, just beautiful. I mean, you know, it's just like throw a dart on a dartboard. You're going to make, you know, a successful trade using this template in a trend condition, if the trend condition is there. But what happens is when you get into a sideways market, it doesn't work anymore. It comes back on you and knocks you out and knocks you out and knocks you out. So there's no trend. It was a range. So it was very difficult. And you do see how the red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, just very spaced out and separated. Here's the nice trend condition. Make money. Here, let me show it to you again. Money maker. And a lot of pain where it went sideways in a large range. So now we're back at the top of the range, stalling out. And do you see the volatility band up here holding it? And what did it do? It went right to that volatility band and turned around. So a strategy to trade a range like this is to either take these short directional windows of opportunity on your smaller time frame and just trade this one short, window. You never know when it's going to turn into a trend condition again. But another way to trade it is to wait for the breakouts of the volatility bands. Don't get engaged until the breakout, especially when you see the volatility band is straight across flat. Until that bar breaks it, you're not going to get any juice. And then as soon as it broke it, it popped up in like 10 minutes. A very nice rally up, and then it was over and it went all the way back down. I'm sure that's caused a lot of people some pain today. So pay attention to what the volatility bands look like, because that's the most important part. This is what we want to see. This is what sometimes we get. So very difficult trading today. Like I said, I was very lucky to get what I got out of the market, I think. Very lucky to keep that because I sure did cough up a lot of it from the Globex session. But that happens until, you start recognizing these patterns. But the one thing that I did see was this volatility shift, and I thought that I was smarter than what I was looking at, and I'm not. You just can't trade this very well, because you're just, unless you just buy a location like an R2 touch and just sit on it the entire session. I mean, that's not a bad trading system, but for a trend trader, volatility, momentum trend trader like me, it was not an easy session, let me tell you. This is my volume ladder, and it did help allow me to make some good scalps, but otherwise just not a very pretty trading session today. This looks better than it really was. I mean, it really was pretty horrible. See all the wicks? That just tells you that it was just the entire session was up and down, up and down, up and down. So every time you tried to get something going on a smaller time frame chart, you just got knocked out. So, and it was very whippy. It wasn't just like a normal trading session. I mean, that stuff would just whip around, snap your finger, and wipe you out. So I hope y'all did well, and hopefully crude will settle into some nice long ranges going forward. They did get that agreement. So look at the daily chart, and they're expecting crude to get up, you know, to 50, 55. Goldman Sachs is. So we can come back in and try to find some trades for the rest of the week on this. So look for your trend condition and pay attention to what the volatility is printing on your charts, because you can't fight the volatility bands. You really can't. They're on my chart for a reason. So I hope y'all did well, and we'll chat at you soon. Thank you so much. Protect your downside. That's what this entirely is about. And I have to say, it's a lesson that I'm always continually learning. It is the most important component of trading, and that is risk and protecting your risk capital. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day.